32-year-old Shelley Dufresne and 24-year-old Rachel Respis, two Destrehan High English teachers, are now facing felony charges out of Jefferson Parish. Kenner Police Chief Michael Glazer now saying the two met with a Destrehan High student after a football game on September 12th and then drove to Respis's Kenner apartment, where the three had sex simultaneously that lasted until the early morning hours of the 13th.
When you have an educator that's, I guess, the responsibility is the safety and education of children. And when it goes outside those lines, I do believe the community should be outraged.
The student, who authorities say is a junior at Destrehan High, is now 17 but was 16 when the alleged relationships began. Former students telling us the three had been hot and heavy for some time, meeting for sex multiple times, and documenting some of their encounters on video.
This Rachel Respes was an English teacher of the victim last school year. So she did have some type of contact and knew him. Shelley Dufresne is his current teacher.
For Shelley Dufresne, this is her second trip to jail in 1 week. She's also facing charges out of St. Charles Parish, where authorities believe the relationship continued. According to Dufresne's Destrehan High profile, she's an LSU and Destrehan High alum, graduating from DHS in 2000. She was currently starting her 10th year as a teacher and reveals she's married with 3 young children and is the daughter of St. Charles Parish Judge Emile St. Pierre. Rachel Respis's profile shows she was starting her 2nd year at DHS and is also an LSU and Destrehan High alum, graduating from high school in 2008. Chief Glazer saying it's an unfortunate incident, but not surprising.
Nothing surprises me anymore, really. But I do believe it's lack of a better judgment. You know, they should have known better.
A disturbing new trend happening in schools across America. Female teachers taking advantage of underage male students and committing sexual assault against them. We're noticing a pattern with many of these cases. They're using iPhones and social media in order to target the victim. Take 24-year-old Ricky Lynn Laughlin, for example. She worked as a special ed teacher in Missouri when she allegedly sent naked pictures and videos of herself to a 16-year-old student over Snapchat and then asked him to send pictures of himself in return. And then things escalated. He says Ricky kissed him and invited him over to her house to have sex while her husband was out of town. And Ricky was charged with 6.
Damn. And these bitches got husbands. You see? And one of them was just a freak. The first 2 bitches, you see, one of them was just a freak. And they both just wanted to, they wanted to get banged out, man. You see? Wow, bitches just love getting, you know, treated like a skeezer. They like that tramp, slutty ass skeezer tendencies. You see? Yeah. They like that slut ass skeezer tramp tendencies. You see, what the fuck? That's 2 bitches that was married. You see, and the first two young ladies, they was in their 20s and 30s, and she had a husband. You see, her husband ain't know how to fuck, man. You see, this shit is just out of control. You see, adultery is at an all-time high, man. They was doing this shit in ancient Rome. You see, yeah, they was doing this sickness and madness in ancient Rome. You see, evidently her husband, he got tired of fucking that hoe. The first lady, the first 2 ladies. You see, yeah, they said the other one was 20 something, but this what you get, man. You know what I mean? You see? And we ain't done, man. We ain't done yet. I got some more shit to show you, man. You see? Man. See, Esau Edom, man, he not with procreating, man. You see? And these Shedemite bitches, so-called white women, they some freaky ass hoes, man. They really are. You see? I'm done with them, man. They love the fuck. You see? They love the fuck and suck dick. That's one thing I can say about Shedemite bitches. Did you see that shit? You see? And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? You see? But it's like, I don't know. They want to duck and run, man, and hide up on the bed. You understand? You see? Or flex in front and stun on grown ass men. What men? Jerusalem men. You see? Us niggas. Us niggas. Us niggas, man. They want to front and stunt and flex and run from us and hide from us. You see? But you wanna take little boys back to the hotel and you got a husband. You see? You want to take little boys' virginity. Or I don't know, man. Shit. Man, when I was young, man, I was getting my rocks off at what, like 13, 14. You see? Somewhere around there, man. I don't know. These young men, they wasn't little child, they wasn't little boys, they was teenagers. You see, they was young men, according to the Bible. You see, shit, they probably was fucking since middle school. But these was high school students. You see? Running teachers, man, running them, man. In their 20s and 30s. Wow. You see? They said one teacher was they said one teacher was, she was what, 24? She was 24, 25. I'm talking about the first two young ladies. You see, they said she was 24, one of them, right? The first two that you witnessed and seen. You see, and I think the other one was 30 something, early 30s. They still was young though. You see? Now I don't know how old this bitch is. This bitch got a family, man, a husband. You see? See, that's why you gotta review these hoes, man. Never sign an Esau Edom contract. You understand? You see, these bitches are freaks, man. Are whores. These bitches are whores. You see? It's in the Bible. I'm gonna read it to you. You know what I mean? It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 23 and Ezekiel 22. You see? Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse, you see? It's the book Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse. This shit is dangerous, ain't it, man? Wow. It's at an all-time high. You understand? It's the book Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse. You see? Ezekiel. It's the book Ezekiel chapter 22. Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 11. You see? Ezekiel 22 and verse 11. Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 11. And one have committed abomination with his neighbor's wife. See? Wow. It's at an all-time high. Adultery, man. Spiritual wickedness, the fornications, the evilness. You see? All because Esau Edom. This place don't follow the will of the Heavenly Father. You see, don't nobody got no motherfucking morals, no type of dignity. These hoes had husbands, you see, except for one of them. That one in the very beginning, you see, and they gang banged a football player, a threesome, an orgy, letting him both hit it. You see, they said they fucked all the way to the early morning. Damn, they must have been sucking his dick at the same time all day. You see? That's crazy, ain't it, man? These hoes are freaks, man. You see? See? But that's wickedness, man. Having orgies and threesomes. You see? You know what I mean? That's wickedness. If you gonna do that, man, you make sure she ain't got no man. You understand? You see? You make sure she don't got no man, and you take one at a time. Not both of them at the same time. You see, you take them one at a time. When you done with her, then you can hook up. You see, when you done with the first one, then you can get cleaned up and go get the other one. That's how that work. You see, but they can't have no man. They was committing adultery and fornication. You see, straight wickedness, man, evilness, man. That's messed up. You see, Ezekiel 22 and verse. Ezekiel 22. It's the book Ezekiel 22 and verse 11. You see, Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 11. And one have committed abomination with his neighbor's wife. You see, and that's what dick sucking ass niggas do, man. Pookie and Ray Ray, Chad and Brad, Tom and Jerry, 2/3 Gerald. You see, Dirty Dick Rodney. But bitches like them type of hoe ass, evil ass niggas, man, that want to suck and fuck another nigga bitch. Did you see that shit? You see? That's why you gotta review these hoes. You know, you dig? You know what I mean? You see? Because these bitches are made for the streets. You know, you dig? You know what I mean? You see? And another had lewdly, and another had Slakia, and another have lewdly defiled his daughter-in-law. Wow. You see? And another in thee have humbled his sister, his father's daughter. You see? That's wickedness, man. You ain't supposed to be doing no shit like that, man. You see? But this is the mother of harlots. This is Sodom of Egypt. Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that? You see?
It's different felonies. 27-year-old Reagan Anderson, a former teacher and coach from South Carolina, is facing 2 counts of sexual battery on a student. She allegedly used Snapchat to send the teen naked photos. And then there's 38-year-old Lydia Pinto. Lydia was a high school gym teacher and coach, and the victim reported Lydia abused him when he was around 14 and continued doing so until his senior year. So what's going on here? Joining me now, host of Takedown with Chris Hansen and the Predators I've Caught podcast, Chris Hansen. Why is this trend seemingly picking back up again now?
I think you have better reporting, Jesse. I think you have awareness on the part of victims who are no longer as afraid as they once were to come forward. And I think you have parents who see suspicious behavior on the part of their children, then they can check cell phones, iPads, all kinds of other digital media, and The evidence is right there. These are criminals, these female teacher predators, but they're not smart criminals, and they leave a digital footprint.
Some are suggesting because of the COVID pandemic, people were remote for so long. Now all these teachers are back in the class with the students and they just can't control themselves.
You know, one of the questions I'm asked most frequently about our predator investigations, do you find women predators? And in our cases, we do not, because these are guys who go online, they like to meet a stranger, a child, groom them, and then meet for sex. In female predator cases, they don't like the anonymity. They like to know their victim. So this is a case where they see their victim, they have power and control over their victim, and they're reliving this fantasy. And what we're also seeing is a lot of fetish porn involving teachers.
You heard that what he said? You see, he said they got power over the victim. So basically, these older hoes, you see, but they still young, man. They just teachers, man. At these middle schools and high schools or whatever. You see, they young teachers, bro, in their 20s, man. Ain't that something? So evidently they didn't go to school for no 12 and 10 years and 8 years. You see? They only went to school for what, 2 years or some shit. If that. You know what I mean? You dig? You see? Cause they said they 24 and 27 years old and they teachers. So that means they went somewhere from 2 years to 4 years. You see? Wow, madness, man, madness, man. The whoredom is out of control, man. These hoes are whole. These hoes ain't nothing but hoes. You see, hoes ain't nothing but hoes, man. That's why, man, you gotta treat a bitch like you meet them. Flat the fuck out, man. It is what it is, man. You see, but make sure she ain't got no man, though. You understand? You see? Lord willing, the bitch don't be lying, man. And make sure she at least, she's legal. You see? Yeah. You know, if a bitch, hey, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Believe that shit, you see? If a bitch 17 and up, that bitch can get fucked. You see, I say it again. If a bitch 17 and up, that bitch can get fucked. You see? That's a grown lady at 17 years old. Flat the fuck out, man. You see, but under that, no, I ain't taking no chances. You see, because I know the law. That's legal. You see? Yeah, that's legal, man. Because at 17, you can go to prison. You see? Man or female. Yeah, you did, you know what I mean? You see? Yeah, at 17, your ass can go. At 17, you see, you can go to prison. You know what I mean? You see, but hey, that's fucked up, man. These hoes had husbands and they was committing adultery. You see, not all of them. I think most of them had husbands. You see, and children. Wow, man, that's sickness, man. That's madness, man. You dig? You know what I mean? You see, this is the book of Amos, chapter 7 and verse. You see, Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. Amos 7 and verse 17. You see, Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. You see, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. That's the key. That's the point. See, these bitches ain't nothing but harlots, man. Hoes, skeezers, tramps, man. These bitches ain't loyal. You see, the Bible is undefeated, man. You got, like I said, you got to treat these bitches like you meet them. Meet them like you greet them. You see? Knowing these bitches ain't virgins, man. This what he talking about, man. In this filthy, nasty ass place. Babylon the Great. You see? Because of Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of. Your devil daddy, Mr. White Man. You understand? You see, he got these hoes fucked up, man. You see, he's to blame. His fornications, his wines, his philosophies got these bitches sucking and fucking teenage boys. You see, but according to the scriptures, they grown men. You see, but you gotta abide by the law. You understand? You see, you can't be sucking and fucking your students. That's against the law. You see? You know what I mean? Nah, it'd be a different story if these dudes was 17 and they wasn't in school. If they was 17 and 18, 19, whatever like that. I'm just being realistic. You see, if they was 17 and they dropped out or whatever, 18, 19, I'm just saying at that moment, you see, and they met them bitches elsewhere or whatever, or on social media, you see, that's different, man. That'd be legal. They couldn't lock these bitches up, you see, but she still would be a goddamn adulteress. You dig? You know what I mean? You see, because she got a husband. You see? But it'd be legal though, man. They wouldn't be able to lock them up. Did you see that? You catch that? Believe that. You see, these young women, man, in their 20s, man, early 30s, wow. Sucking and fucking teenage boys, man. 14 and 15 and shit. You heard he said? It's at an all-time high. You see? You know what I mean? Amos 7 and verse 17. Amos chapter 7 and verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. You see? And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Exactly, man. You understand? You see? He talking about you niggas, man. Us niggas. You niggas. You see? What is that sword? Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of. See? You know what I mean? He broke you niggas, man. This demon devil. Mr. White Man. The devil the Bible speaks of. You see? He broke you niggas. And most importantly, he turned the so-called black woman against us, man. Look at that trash asshole. You see? She sucking and fucking everybody, man. In Detroit, Southfield, if you will, Royal Oak. You see? Belleville, Ferndale. You name it, man. That bitch all over the place. You see? Taking girl trips. Welcome to Miami. We know what go on in Miami. These hoes are sluts, man. You see? When they go to Miami, they be getting busted out, man. Getting busted, man. Getting trains ran on them. You understand? You see? Hell yeah, man. You can't make this shit up, man. Getting busted, getting trains ran on them. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Believe that. You see? See, bitches, they not satisfied with one dick. Did you see that shit? You see, they gotta have multiple dicks. This is the land of the mother of harlots. Did you see that shit? You see? You dig? You know what I mean? These hoes, they want multiple dicks, man. But they going after little bitty boys, bro. Well, little young men. I'll say it like that. You see? You heard he said to control their ass, man. They want to dominate. Wow. You see? Hey, these bitches could have came and got me. Not the ones with husbands. You see? But they don't want no grown ass man. You understand? You see? Ain't that fucked up? They want to get young ass little young men that's in middle school and high school. Turn them out. You see? They could do up. They could do whatever they want to do to them. I'm just saying, man. You see? To see a grown man gonna fucking thrash their ass out, man. You see? They get them little ass boys and they just do whatever they want to do. You see? This what the newscaster dude was saying, man. He said, what is at an all-time high? They get these little boys and control them. They grooming them. You see? You know what I mean? Amos 7 and verse 17. This is the book of Amos, chapter 7 and verse 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, you see, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. Talking about the mother of harlots, Babylon the Great. This evil, filthy, nasty, disgusting ass place. You see, he trying to let you know, man, these bitches ain't nothing but skeezers, man, and whores. Nothing but whoredom. Can't trust these bitches, man. Do you love her? You see? Thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. See? Which is Sodom of Egypt. Modern day Sodom Gomorrah. That great whore. You see? And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Exactly, man. The devil, Mr. White Man, your slave master. You understand? You see? And thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. See? You understand? Exactly, man. Under the hands of Mr. White Man, your devil daddy, your slave master, man. You see? His bitch ass got to get taken out of power, man. This place is completely out of order, man. You see? Totally flipped upside down, man. Did you catch that? Did you see that? You see? You know what I mean? And thy land shall be divided by line. You see? And thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of Salakia. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. Exactly. You understand? See? See? Aren't you a slave, nigga slave, in this filthy, evil, wicked ass place? Babylon the Great. Do you see? We gotta get the fuck out this place, man. This place is polluted, man. This what he talking about, man. From A to Z. You dig? You know what I mean? You see?
Student sex. And so if you're into this sort of thing, how long is it going to be before the fantasy is no longer good and you have to act out on it? And that's what we're seeing now.
That's interesting that the women want the intimacy and the men want the anonymity. Tell us about your series now, because I was a huge fan of To Catch a Predator.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. For 20 years now, we've been going after men who try to meet and sexually assault children online. In the new Takedown series, which is on my streaming crime network, True Blue, we continue that tradition and embed with law enforcement across the country. And we have probably 60 new episodes up on True Blue right now, along with other crime investigative documentaries that we do.
All right, check it out. Chris Hansen, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
Stacy Schuler, 33 years old, a former high school gym and health teacher from Springboro, Ohio, a suburb of Cincinnati. She was hired at Mason High School straight out of college, taught there for 10 years. Known as an easygoing teacher, someone who students can confide in and trust, and she worked closely with the football team, worked one-on-one with teen boys as their athletic trainer. But one day in August 2010, after a football scrimmage, victims told police she got flirty and asked two of them to visit her at home. And that's when things got twisted. In 5 months, she had sex with 5 students.
She came up to us and basically got on top of us, and we just started making out. She got this oil stuff, she said it would make it a lot better, and put it on us and then gave us massages.
The massages led to bubble baths, then threesomes in this shower.
So we're having sex, and then at one point we stopped and went and smoked a cigarette. And we came back and continued.
The teens say they all smoked marijuana at her home. She made them vodka smoothies in the kitchen. The drugs and alcohol fueled marathon sex sessions.
We were already kissing and stuff in the kitchen, and that just continued in the bedroom, on the bed.
You kept having sex until the alarm went off about 3 or 4 hours later, correct?
Correct.
The age of consent in Ohio is 16. The teens were 17, but it's illegal for teachers, authority figures, to have sex with their students. The teens told police.
See, did not say that, man. It's illegal for the teachers to have sex with the students. It don't matter if they is 17 or 18. I'm just saying. Ain't that something? It's a loophole. You understand? You see, it's a loophole, man. See? Did not say that shit, man. You on your dig, you know what I mean? You see, now if they wasn't students, it'd be a different story. They said the age consent is 16. Did you see that shit? So, what are you saying, Rasan? How was I? Would you fuck a 16-year-old bitch? No, I wouldn't. Believe that shit. You see? But if we wasn't under Esau, Edom, Queendom, under his rulership, fuck yeah, I would, motherfucker. That's a grown-ass young lady. Did you see that shit? You see? Yes, I would. But I wouldn't do no shit like that, man, under Esau, Edom rulership. You understand? You see, having sex with a 16-year-old lady. I'm not telling a 16-year-old young lady, you see, that's still in high school. No, I wouldn't do that, man. And I'm not telling brothers to do no shit like that either. I'm just making a point. You see? See? They said because these young men was her students in high school, the football team. See? Like I said, if they dropped out or graduated already and they would have bumped heads with her elsewhere, that's a different story. You see, evidently she didn't have a husband. And she was in her 30s too. You see, what, early 30s? Wow. You see, let's close out, man. Shit dangerous, ain't it? You understand? You see, this is the book of, let's see, man. It might be Romans or Timothy. Hold up, just hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You see? You on your dig, you know what I mean? This is Romans chapter 1 and verse Romans chapter 1 and verse 24. Romans 1 and verse 24. Wherefore power also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. You see? See? That is very unclean, man, having orgies with teenage young men. You understand? You see, that means everybody looking at each other dick. You see? Running that hole. They said she took them back to her house. You see? See? She was letting football players at a high school run bustos on her. Damn. You see? That's very unclean, man. Yes, indeed, man. Read between the lines. They said 5 guys less than 5 months. Something like that. You see? Right? Exactly. You know what I mean? Romans chapter 1 and verse 24. You see? Romans chapter 1 and verse 24. Wherefore power also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. You see? to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Woo, that's right, man. That's sodomy, bro. Real talk. You see? Yeah. I don't give a fuck. They was young boys. Well, young men or whatever in high school on the football team. You see? They all stand around with their dicks out, running that hoe at her house. Wow. You see? It was more than one guy, man. It was, I think, what, two or three of them at one time. You see? Taking turns bust on that bitch, man. Damn. Did you see that shit? You see?
One of them may have turned on her. They described it as blackmail. But ultimately, it was an anonymous caller who tipped off police. And in October 2011, Schuler went on trial, facing charges of sexual battery and providing alcohol to minors. Parents of the victim spoke about how she destroyed their young sons.
He suffered through depression, lost motivation, almost didn't go to college.
She let him down.
That's her right there. You see? That great whore. See? The scriptures are undefeated, man. You can't make this shit up, man. You understand? You see? See? That great whore. The Shedemite woman. She been doing this shit, man. You see? The Edomites, they are very profane. And you niggas, you don't supposed to carry yourself this way. You see? Especially our bitches, man. You niggas too, man. You don't supposed to be turned out the daughters of Jerusalem. You see? But in this case, this bitch was a slut, man, a skeezer, man, a Shedemite bitch that was letting teenage boys run trains on this bitch. Did you see that shit? You see, getting them drunk and shit? See? She was oiling their ass down. They was oiling down the hoe. Didn't they say that? You see, they said oils and massages. What you think they was doing, man? They was oiling that bitch up, man. Like P. Diddy, right? The P. Diddy put that oil on. You see? And you can imagine she was saying, stick it in my ass. She probably was having these little boys fuck her in the booty hole. You see? Well, General Johanna said it's okay. Fuck you, General Johanna. You wicked as fuck. You see? Telling men they could fuck they women in the ass, man. That's sodomy, man. You see? You don't supposed to do no shit like this, man. Orgies and things that such, man. You understand? You see? This is wickedness, man. Evilness, man. Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that. You see? I like to say, call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahushai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Call hello, call Elohim, call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahushai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Kwam Yasharala, Prince of Power, yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahushai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Shouts out Israelite foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, Israelite foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahushai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. Call Elohim, Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahushai. Shouts out Israelite foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, Israelite foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like a Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, peace and love to you, Carl Loim La, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. All praise Hamashiach Yahushai. Double honors, apostles and elders and watchmen, servants and prophets, a great millstone. We learned this truth from only through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Call Loim Blah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Call Loim Blah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. And Lord willing, you brothers and sisters, was edified. So on to the next one. Shalom. These bitches some freaks, ain't they, man? Some hoes. You see? This is Sodom of Egypt. Modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, that great whore. You see? You know what I mean? The mother of harlots. You can't make this shit up, man. You only get dig. You know what I mean? You see?
He trusted her as he begins his freshman year in college. He should be looking at life with great possibility and happiness. Miss Schuler has stolen his innocence.
Schuler used the insanity plea. Her attorney said she was bipolar. It didn't work.
I find you guilty of all counts.
The judge sentenced her to 4 years in prison. She got out in 1.
This last year in prison has humbled me a lot, and I would like to take full responsibility for all of the crimes and all of the harm and the pain that I've caused everyone who's involved.
Do you know what eating an avocado can do to the heart?